Get ready to rock, America. It's the Smith and Milano podcast, brought to you by Treehouse Comedy Production. Here's R.C. Smith and Lou Milano.
Welcome along, everybody. I am Lou Milano. I am a radio host, and I also work for FriendFinder.com.
And I am R.C. Smith, and I'm a gynecologist.
There you go. And stand-up comedian, right?
Oh yeah, that
Look
too.
at that. Yeah. He is not a gynecologist, and I don't work for FriendFinder. What is FriendFinder?
I have no idea. Is it a dating service?
I guess,
or is it just, do you just go on to find friends? Because I don't need any more friends.
No, I'm all friended out.
I'm all friended out.
Here's one more from the road.
All right, so I want to get right into this. I had an issue. I went out of the house, so there was an issue. First of all, I feel weird.
Why?
I got to turn and look at you.
Yeah, you're looking away from me.
So stupid.
Hey, there you are. Hey. So this segment is called On the Road, and you actually left your house, which means you were on the road.
Rare that I leave my house, but I left my house, and we had to do one of those family-friendly events.
Right.
Which I hate, but I know it's good for the kids. It always ends well. The kids are tired. My wife is happy, so we're going to go out to a tree lighting.
And I find anything that wears the kids out, and actually anything that wears the dog out as well. Anything, a tired dog is a good dog.
Right.
Tired kids are good kids.
Good kids, yeah.
Absolutely.
But tired dad,
no
one cares.
It just pisses me off.
No one cares.
I just want to sleep.
Right, yeah. So we go out to this thing. I invite my buddy along who's pretty cool, and he's got a family, so we're doing the family thing, and we go to Ridgefield, Connecticut.
Okay. A nice town.
Yeah, a nice town.
Very nice.
I don't like it.
No? All the times. I've only been there maybe 4 times.
Yeah.
And
it's to work with me.
Yeah, it's always to work with you.
Yeah.
And it's very nice. It's very Connecticut.
Oh, it's a beautiful town.
It's right out of Gilmore Girls. It's like Stars Hollow.
Yeah.
It's right. It's perfect.
It's a beautiful town. You got to be rich to live there.
Exactly. People are very nice.
You
don't think? They've always been nice to me.
I think they're living up to the worst stereotypes of rich towns.
Really?
Yeah. After 10 years of going there through my job, I'm tired.
All right. Okay.
So we go to a place, and I'm not going to mention the place because I'm not trying to hurt anybody's business, although they deserve it.
Right.
So we go, and it's packed. So we're going to the restaurant before we go do the tree lighting thing. We go in.
Is it a big deal in Ridgefield, this tree lighting? Is it a big deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was surprised. I had never been to it. It was the streets were packed. It was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. But we go into this restaurant, and really you could tell immediately it's unorganized. They're not ready for the rush of the night.
Even though this thing goes on every year, right around the same time.
Yeah.
And they think, it's going to get busy. Like last year, we were swamped, but then they don't do anything about it.
Yeah, and I'm confused as to our situation because my buddy is friends with all these other families, too. I don't know them, but there's just kids. There's a sea of kids and parents. And so he's like, and he's like one of these alpha males. It's like a pit bull.
Right.
He's like ordering like for everybody, but he's ordering people like from people that don't even work there. He's like, we'll have chicken nuggets. And the person's like, I'm here just like you.
Right. I couldn't get through the drive-thru.
Yeah. So I'm just following this lunatic around. Like, what are we doing? What's the plan? So he goes, let's talk because the chairs are all... Like, everybody's stolen chairs from other tables. There's obviously open tables, but no chairs.
So it's chaos. Complete anarchy at the restaurant.
Parts of his family are sitting in this one section, so we figure we'll steal some remnants of chairs from over here.
Right.
And we tell the lady we're going to do this, and she says no. Okay. Well, we would like a table. Can we sit at one of these empty tables, and then you retrieve some chairs from somewhere else? No. And we can't get an answer as to why, so we just start doing our own thing.
Okay.
And now his ordering thing is working.
Right.
He's just yelling orders at enough people that food is arriving.
And the guys in the kitchen think he works there, too.
Yeah, everybody.
So they're just making shit.
Yeah. Like, the owner's really pissed at us. So finally we get our food. My wife's not happy. She doesn't like her food.
What'd she order? Do you remember?
I don't remember what she got. She just didn't like it.
Is this like a family restaurant, so you get like burgers and fries and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Chicken fried steak? I got chicken fried steak?
I don't know if there's chicken fried steak. You got a chicken fried steak thing going on?
I like chicken fried steak.
I ordered fish and chips,
all right,
and I shared it with her. I think that's what we had, and she didn't like it.
Okay.
But whatever.
Too fishy, too chippy.
Too greasy.
Greasy.
That's how you have to say it.
Too greasy. Do you blot the grease off your pizza when you get pizza?
Yeah.
I hate people.
No. I don't do that.
No.
The grease is the best part.
That is the best part. It's
I wasn't even listening.
It's like a drink and a lunch.
You do shots of the grease.
Of the grease.
You just rub it all over your face for a good compression.
All right, so the fish and chips are greasy.
Greasy. She wasn't happy with the experience. I wasn't happy because it's chaos. I don't like chaos. It makes me angry.
Especially at dinner.
Yeah. So we get the check, and my buddy, again, alpha male, he's trying to pay for it. So I grab the card real quick and get it out there, say, hey, we'll split it. That's cool. So I tell the waitress, she was nice. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with her in terms of that. She wasn't rude or anything.
Right.
I mean, and I don't know who was telling me no, but that's a different person earlier, right? The no's.
She may not.
I've never heard so many no's at a restaurant.
Since your wedding night. Thank you.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly. Hey, try the meal. Try the chicken fried steak, if you will. So it all happened so fast, and it was unpleasant. But I think mostly the chaos.
How long were you there? Like half an hour, if that long?
Yeah, half hour, 45 minutes tops.
Wow.
I mean, the service was okay. The food was not. Well, what am I saying? The service was not okay.
Yeah.
This is what I'm complaining about.
The food was okay.
The food was okay.
Right.
The service, like being
not
told no
great.
over and over and over again, and not having a system for the...
Right.
Anyway, so we pay the check. The thing comes back to write out the tip. I give it to my wife. Figure out the percentage, please. She's not happy. But even when she's not happy, she gives a decent tip. Typically, we give 20 to 25%.
I always do, even if service isn't that great, because I always assume that everyone can have a bad night.
Sure.
You know, now if you go there, well, first of all, I wouldn't go back if it sucked.
Right.
But I'm still going to tip because there's so many circumstances, and I know a lot of chefs, so I know a lot of restaurants.
Sure.
And my feeling is that anything could set the dominoes into effect to fall. So it's not necessarily the server's fault. It could be the kitchen's fault. It could be the front of house's fault.
I agree.
It could be anybody's fault.
And my wife worked in the service industry.
So I always, I'm not one of these assholes that will write a note.
No.
On the check.
No.
You know,
the person who always writes the note always ends up putting something really unfortunate for them that back.
Right. Because then it ends up on Facebook.
Right.
And make this son of a bitch go viral. And then everybody who works in the service industry has to comment.
Right.
So anyway, the point is I always tip regardless of how bad service
Right. We always tip. And we typically tip 20 to 25%.
Right.
Because my wife was not happy, she decided to tip 15%.
Okay.
Fine. So we write out the tip. My buddy, because he doesn't want to do the math, just copies the tip because we cut it right down the middle.
Right.
So that makes sense. And we pay. We fully pay. We leave. The kids, we go do the whole thing, right? The next morning, I get a message on Facebook. It's my understanding that my staff told me that you were in the restaurant last night. Now, how does that happen?
Wow.
Right? They knew who
you were.
From someone did.
Right. Someone went, hey, that's Lou Milano.
Yeah, whoa.
From the Smith and Milano podcast.
Like, can you imagine? To say that I don't get some cool things from people who know me would be unfair. But it's not, awesome stuff.
Right.
It's not over the top. Like sometimes if I'm in a deli and somebody knows what I do, they'll buy me a sandwich, something like that.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate.
I get a lot of free meals.
Yeah.
I can go into a lot of restaurants, and particularly I was just in Cleveland.
Right.
And I went to Michael Simon's restaurant, his barbecue place, Mabel's.
Yeah.
And they took care of all of us, the entire family.
That's crazy.
It came up. The chef just wants you to know this is on him.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
That's cool.
Which is great because then you still end up tipping as much as you would have paid for the meal.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because then everybody knows who you are.
Right.
And I don't want to be that guy like this woman who just texted you on Facebook or the manager who just sent you a message on Facebook. Yeah.
The owner.
Right.
So it was, it's one of those things where I get some nice moments like that, but rarely does someone knowing who I am work out for me. And this was a perfect example. So somebody on the staff knew who I was. They told the owner I didn't pay my bill. She texted me in the morning. In fact, I might have it just so I don't mess it up.
So they're saying that you didn't pay your bill?
Didn't pay the bill.
That you dined and dashed.
Yeah. Right. With my family there.
Right. Yeah. Because you're teaching the kids. how kids, watch your old man. This is how you get out of paying for a meal.
This is what you do, kids. Merry Christmas.
Now let's go chop down that fucking tree.
Where is it? All right, I'll just paraphrase. She said, basically, I'm sure it's a misunderstanding, or maybe it just slipped your mind.
Yeah, because when you go out, it often slips my mind to pay.
It would never slip my mind because I'm always in a rush to get out.
Right, yeah.
As soon as I finish eating, I'm asking people, do you want dessert? Because let's move that along.
Yep.
Let's order the dessert so we can get the check and let's go.
My move is,
the check.
So we're done. Are we done?
Yeah, are we done?
So we're done. Perfect.
Check.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, and I always get yelled at. No, I have half a glass of beer left.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm still drinking my wine.
Yeah.
All right, well, chug it. Let's go.
Let's go.
We have somewhere to go.
I hate people who eat slow, drink slow. Let's go.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
So long story short, I said, no, there definitely is a miscommunication somewhere here. I was polite. I wasn't nasty. And I said, the fact of the matter is, I actually remember everything about the transaction, which is rare.
Yeah.
And my wife remembers everything. So I'm texting the lady the details. My wife takes the phone from my hand and she gets real detailed.
Wow.
This is exactly the amount we spent. And she goes onto either the credit card website or whatever the fuck, figures out exactly what we spent. The transaction is this and that and the other thing. So long story short, the lady goes, she wasn't even at work yet. She wasn't at the restaurant yet.
You know, all she has to do is go over the receipts from the previous night.
She wasn't there. She couldn't have.
So
this is 8 o'clock in the morning.
So someone called her in the morning.
Yeah. This is 8 o'clock in the morning.
Milano was there, and he completely skipped out on his tab.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so she goes, all right, I'll investigate further. She gets to work, and then she sends me a long apology. To her credit, she apologized. That's why I'm not here saying the name of the restaurant.
Right.
The point of the story is it's pointless to have anybody know what you do and who you are.
Right.
It's not, especially when you talk the way I do.
Yeah.
Because obviously somebody doesn't like me.
Obviously.
Somewhere in that chain.
No.
Yeah. They have preconceived notions about who I am, and I'm the kind of asshole that skips out on a bill.
Right.
And that is reason number 4,133 that I don't like Richfield, Connecticut. Just add it to the list.
Noted.
My wife's like, you're paranoid. People don't think of you. I'm like, yeah. Fuck them.
No,
fuck everybody.
Being well known is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Because I know people that are really famous, and if you hang out with them, they can't sit quietly and have a drink. They can't walk down the street without someone stopping them or coming up to them every 2 minutes to not just say hello, but to always ask for something.
Pictures,
it's always asking
call
for
my
something.
friend. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's not just, hey, you're very talented. I love your work. Mm-hmm. That's great. I love that.
Right.
But it's always
that's never not awesome.
No,
it's awesome.
But when you're well known, like really, really famous, everybody wants a piece of you in some strange way.
Yeah, and I don't have any delusions of grandeur. You know what is even worse than like something like that happening is me having to tell the story.
Right.
Like, so my wife was telling a story to somebody. I'm not going to say who because I don't like this person either. And my wife is very proud of me of what I do.
Yeah.
And she told the story kind of like you reacted to it. Like, oh, she's telling her whoever. Oh, because they know who he is. This is my wife's telling it like I am somebody.
Right.
And I saw the girl roll her eyes. And it's like, you know what? I don't want any part of this.
Right.
This is my fucking point. I fucking hate everyone. And the minute I step outside my house, I regret it. I fucking hate everyone.
I always try to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a cab or someone says, so what do you do? I always, tell them I'm a waiter.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Because the minute you say you're a comic, then, they either tell you a joke or they want you to tell a joke. All right. So
do you know Jerry Seinfeld?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. You want me to call him?
Yeah.
We'll go bowling.
Right. So I always try to fly under the radar. Now, my wife gets her dander gets up when someone says to her, "Oh, what's RC do?" And she says, "Oh, he's a comic." Because they then will say, "Yeah, but what's he really do?" Not assuming that anyone can make a living as a comic. Mm-hmm. And that's when, God bless her ire gets up a little bit, and then she's practically handing him my resume.
Yeah.
YouTube, this, that.
Right. Yeah.
He's a real comic.
Yeah.
And God love her. I'm glad she does that.
But I don't want anything to do with it. Like, the worst is being out, like maybe in a bar or a restaurant with friends. And maybe you have a friend who's abrasive. All my friends are abrasive.
Yeah.
And
I might be the quietest friend you have, by the way.
You are. And then you have somebody who's a friend of that friend, who knows who you are and knows you just enough. Hey, you know what he does?
Yeah.
Like, no, man, everything was cool till just now.
Right.
You were cool until you just yelled out.
Right.
And the person that they're saying that to often doesn't know who you are.
No.
Or care.
Right. No, they don't care at all.
No.
Well, I'm finding that the majority of people don't really give a shit what a warm-up comic does.
No,
they don't care. They don't care. No, you know,
majority of people don't care what a radio show host does. No, one cares.
Just like we